Hey, church. So I'm going to read a verse to you that I know I've read countless times, but honestly, I don't ever recall hearing it. But man, I just burst out laughing when I read it. And yeah, as you know, if you've been around with us for a little bit, actually, like just a few weeks back, and probably a few different times, I've mentioned the fact that I used to be a really good starter and not that great of a finisher, and how God has had to challenge me, and I've had to challenge myself to become a lot more disciplined in how I handle things and what I do. That I have a requirement, and it requires some discipline for me to finish things just because they lose their excitement and maybe the momentum kind of dies down. But let me read this verse to you found in 2 Corinthians chapter 8. Now, I'm only reading the first half of the verse. I'll explain why when I read it. So I'm going to read the scripture right here. Here's my advice. It would be good for you to finish what you started a year ago. It still makes me laugh when I see that. It would be good that you finish what you started a year ago. Now, the Apostle Paul was talking about the church in their giving of a love gift to those that were in need, so benevolence giving. But as I read that and I read it, I was laughing because I was like, wow, okay, so I need to stop and think about, do I have any unfinished business that God has already talked to me about or challenged me that I started doing for him but I'm not following through on? And so on that serious note, the challenge for us today is this. Have you started something that maybe now has been procrastinated or neglected so long that you almost have forgotten about it? And that God's reminding you right now, right here today in this devotional, to get going on what you started. Don't leave it hanging. Let's be strong finishers, not just good starters. Let's be strong. God bless you.